What's up everyone? I am Abby and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I post all kinds of videos related to health, wellness, all things lifestyle. I am currently in the middle of a move, so if that interests you at all, stay tuned for the downtown Toronto empty apartment tour, the moving vlogs, all that fun stuff. For today's video, I'm going to be comparing the top 3 meal kit delivery services here in Canada. So I am a huge fan of these services and they've honestly changed my life. Seems a bit dramatic, but I started these a couple of years ago and then the pandemic happened and all of a sudden I was home 24/7 having to make every single meal 7 days a week, and it just gets to be too freaking much. So I turned to these meal kit delivery services because one, they provide all the recipe options for me. We're sick of sitting down every single week and planning out what we were gonna eat for the week. This way we get all the recipes laid out in front of us and it just made the decision that much easier. Plus they do almost like all of the prep work for you. And because most of these meals are about like 20 to 30 minute meals, there was almost like no excuse to not cook. Like it would have taken less time for me to get up and cook than it would for food to get delivered to my home. So it was also really fun to pick some new meals and maybe some things that I wouldn't maybe make on my own or think to make. And you can try some new ingredients and new flavors, and I love that. So if this content is of interest to you and you would like to see more, definitely let me know in the comments down below. You can also let me know by giving me a like. And if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, it will really help out my channel. And then that way I will know that I'm doing something right here. So these meal kit delivery services are a subscription service that can alarm some people, but they make it very easy. You're able to go on each week and skip the week, and now you can actually even skip quite a few weeks in advance. So personally, I will skip all of the weeks automatically, and then I will go in every single week and just look and see who has the best options that week. We'll unskip the week for just one of them. You usually have to make your selections about half a week before your scheduled delivery day. So for example, if my order comes on a Monday, I typically have to skip or pick my meals by the Thursday before at like 11:59 p.m. but that varies by your location, I believe. Now we've talked about the basics. For this video, I'm going to be breaking down how the box shows up and what's inside. Then I'm going to make a meal from each box so that you can kind of see what the packaging looks like, what the recipe cards look like, what types of meal options there are. And then we will come back here at the end and I will give a rating from 1 to 3 and kind of tell you which service is my favorite and why. Also just wanted to let you know that I do have links in the description box below for all 3 of these services so that you can get a discount off of your first box. And when you do use my link, I also get a discount off of a future box for myself. So that is obviously greatly appreciated. Okay, let's just get into the boxes. The first box that I'm going to be reviewing today is the GoodFood box. GoodFood is actually the service that we started out using first. For all 3 of these boxes, I do pick the option that includes 3 meals for 2 people, which means you get 2 servings of 3 meals. For GoodFood, this usually comes out to around $71. That varies depending on which recipes you choose. So it comes in a box like this. This is very exciting because now they have an app and I really like that because HelloFresh has an app as well. It's just more convenient. So on the top you get these recipe cards. This week we are having a creamy skillet lasagna with burst cherry tomatoes, sweet summer corn, pesto, and ricotta cheese. On the front it'll show you how long this recipe takes. They have a little like blurb here and like the calories if you care about that and what should be in each bag. So you get all the steps on the back. For the next meal, we are having saucy ground pork dan dan noodles with baby bok choy and crispy greens. And then this one, espresso rubbed steaks with cilantro, chimichurri over sweet potato mash and Brussels sprouts. Just sounded good. All right, so it comes in a box like this and it is insulated. And GoodFood comes in these plastic bags that they say are totally recyclable. And again, we've got like nutrition breakdown on the front here with the ingredients and everything. And then we get our bag. So you can see you've got like the romaine. I love GoodFood because they have these cute little bottles that you can reuse for dressings later. This is what it looks like. We've got like our seasoning packet, all of our sauces, produce, all of that. I really like the clear bags because I like being able to see how my produce looks, like if it's good quality. And then at the bottom of the GoodFood boxes, this is where they keep the giant ice pack. This is a big ice pack here, and there's also one at the bottom. So the meat always comes down here. We got one vegetarian meal this week, so there's only 2 meats here. We have a lean ground pork, and again, they have the macro breakdown on the front, and then we've got some steaks here. All right, so this is what we are having for dinner tonight. And then usually there are just like 5 or 6 of these pictures, though don't be fooled though, because there are a lot more steps under each picture than you think that there are. Personally, I like the GoodFood bags better because they are easier to store in the fridge. They're not as bulky. So this packaging is pretty similar across all of the meal kits. We've got the sweet potatoes already diced. Got green onion, seasoning, little garlic, and then this is for the red wine vinegar, and the rest of the veggies in the bottom of the bag. So the first step is usually to preheat the oven depending on what you're making, and then also bring a pot of water to boil. So that's what we're gonna do. So you do have to have your own oil and like butter and salt and pepper as well. And it's cool because sometimes you can use like half of the seasoning for the veggie and then half for the protein. With GoodFood, I personally really enjoy the quality of their steak. If we order GoodFood, we usually always make sure to get one of the steak options. GoodFood has classic meals. They have easy prep meals, which include shorter cook times and some pre-prepared ingredients. Like you might find that some of the vegetables were already chopped up for you. Maybe one of the sauces was already mixed for you. There is a Clean 15 option, which has options like a white bean mash or a sweet potato mash. The white bean mash was surprisingly very good. There does tend to be like extra vegetables, and then there are vegetarian options and more. The second box is from HelloFresh. This is the one that you most likely have heard of. I know that this one is in the US. Again, we got the 3 servings for 2 people, and that came to about $73.98. So very similar in price. And again, there are options for certain meals that may have an upcharge, so this price depends. HelloFresh order came. So lately they've been sending us just a whole clove of garlic. This week we're having the beef kofta tray bake with the couscous and lemony hummus drizzle. And this looks cool because it's the Israeli couscous and I've never had that one. Then we're having Thai pad krapow moo with green beans and cilantro and rice. And then this looks so good, the Jamaican beef patty bowl with cumin, turmeric, rice. These are all like fairly quick meals. I'm really excited because I don't know, these just all sound so good. I haven't had a Jamaican patty since I was in like elementary school. You get everything in a bag like this, and then all the meat is at the bottom. But some of the extra things that need to be extra cold will be in a bag like this. Green beans, and then we've got like onions and our mirepoix. We've got all of our meats and stuff like that. One thing I love about these boxes is that there are so many cooking techniques that I've learned and that I use every day now, like searing chicken to lock in the juices and then putting it in the oven to finish cooking. I've also learned how to make super quick and easy little drizzles with just a couple of ingredients that can really just transform your meal. Lastly, our box from Chef's Plate. This is very notably our cheapest option. For the 3 meals for 2 servings is about $59.99. Again, they also have the option where certain meals may have an upcharge, so this price could vary. Chef's Plate is actually owned by HelloFresh if I'm not mistaken, So the boxes come the exact same. All of the paper bags and the recipe cards come on the top, and at the bottom there's this big like cotton zipper bag, and there are big ice packs, and this is where they put the ingredients that need to stay extra cold. They are doing this because of like the summer, just in case people are leaving things on their porch because they're out or something like that. Chef's Plate actually has the most meals that I've tried to recreate at home. It never turns out 100% the same for some reason, but it's pretty close. It could be because I'm usually doubling the recipes. I have made this pasta many times, as well as the cheeseburger one pot pasta and some Mediterranean turkey meatballs with salad and roasted veggies. One complaint I do have though is that the ingredients can be a bit iffy. I have had some floppy carrots, I've had some bad onions, I've had some spoiled cream. So that is definitely something to consider. I have usually had the item on hand to replace it, and I like the meal options and because of the price. So it's something I look past. I will put in a little bit of a complaint though and get like a credit for that, as you should. You guys, I had one bite of this. This is so good. Like restaurant good. I'm stunned. So these boxes are apparently designed to keep your food fresh inside for about 48 hours. So there's definitely no concern if you get your box dropped off on your porch and you're not gonna be home for a couple of hours. I've never tried testing it for that long, but I have done about 12 hours, and when I opened my box, everything was super cold and fresh still. So now to rank these meal kits, number 1 is going to be GoodFood. This one is my favorite, but is also the one I ordered the least. That is because this one ends up being the most expensive. I do find though that the meal quality and the creativity is top notch, and I love the packaging of the kit the most. I just find that they fit in my fridge the best, and I just love everything about it. I love those cute little bottles. So the reason that this one ends up being the most expensive is because HelloFresh likes to email you every so often if they notice that you haven't been using the service and offer you some discounts. And that is huge for me because obviously you save more money, and who doesn't want to save more money? They usually do like stacked discounts, so they kind of like make you order more, which makes sense. For example, I constantly get deals like for your next 4 orders, you'll get a discount. For your first one, it's 20% off, your second one's 20% off, your third one is 30% off, and your fourth one is 40% off. So it incentivizes you to order 4 boxes so you can get to that 40% off, which I think is very smart on their end. So though HelloFresh and GoodFood have very similar price ranges, that's kind of the thing that keeps us coming back most often to HelloFresh. So with that being said, HelloFresh is number 2 for me. I do like the quality of their ingredients, the price is decent, but I do think that they could get a little bit more creative with their meals. So enter number 3, which is Chef's Plate. I personally really like the creativity of their meal options. We've actually had many meals from them, like I said, that we have made again and just like bought the ingredients ourselves because I've liked them so much. And the price of this box is definitely a decent amount cheaper than the other 2 boxes, but I will say that you do notice the price difference in like the riskiness of if your produce is gonna show up okay. One thing that I would like to say about all of these kits, just something to think about, is that I don't love the ratio of starchy carbs to vegetables. I love carbs, all about carbs, but I do find that they give you a massive amount of rice, bread, pasta. It's like double the serving of rice, and then sometimes it's a very small amount of vegetables. Like sometimes maybe it's like some cucumber or some like shredded carrots. So I like to be really mindful of that when I'm picking my meals, trying to get things that do include more vegetables. I just feel like if I'm spending that much money, I want to have like a full complete meal, and I think pretty much everybody could benefit from eating more vegetables. So I hope that is a shift that we see from them in the future. All right guys, that is it for this review. As you can tell, I have a lot of experience with these boxes, and I will probably continue rotating them for like forever. But I hope that you will at least try out one of these boxes. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know, have you tried one of these before? One of these your favorite? Are you from somewhere else in the world? Do you have services like this? What do you use? I'm very curious. But yeah, with that being said, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back here for the next one. Bye.